So here we go. All right, there we go. There's step one. And then right here. All right. Hey guys, it's Jason from the Dental Corner Repair channel. Today we're gonna go ahead and I want to show you a really neat tool that I have. It's a Propress pipe swedger. It is really useful for running airlines in dental offices. This is a dental utility system. It's a dental system. It's not really used for, I don't use this for water applications. It's not in my business model, but for compressed air, it's fair game. And I want to show you guys what it looks like when I use it. This is a really handy tool. It takes a little bit of an investment, but if you have one, it really unlocks the door to some really exciting things you can do for dental offices, like installing dental airlines. So let's get to it. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this job here. Right here we have the air compressor. This is where the air is being produced. The air comes out off of this tube right here, and then it goes over into that copper tube back in there, which is a 1/2 inch copper. There's a little, there's basically gonna be right over here. It comes down. It goes into basically 2 legs of this building. I think what I'm probably gonna do is like tee off of, I'm probably gonna go ahead and probably tee off like right in there and come off kind of with a copper pipe into here, and then I'm going to go ahead and run the copper in front of this here. I don't know if I can go bore through this cabinet without structurally affecting it. I'm looking at screws coming through here, so instead of trying to fish copper pipe straight through, I'm probably just going to run the pipe here, and it's going to come here in front of this doorway. I've already got someone that's going to make a protector for it. It's going to come over here, and then it's going to follow the path of this this PVC pipe I've already ran. That's 3/4 PVC. It's going to go through that hole right there. Now this is probably always going to stay by the shovels and everything. So this was one of the, you got big holes in the wall, repair wall. This is probably better done than perfect. So the way the pipes run are through the cabinet, and then over here through the cabinet, and then right over here through, and then I already bored a hole in the wall behind that bleach container, and that comes over here to this room. And then under here there's a there's where it emerges at. Okay, goes through there, and then it comes over here, and then it's gonna, our pipe is gonna come out here, and then there's gonna be an angle stop that connects to that. So this is basically the where we're going. Kind of see all the way down there that it's just gonna follow that path. Now I've got 10-foot lengths of pipe, so the plan is we're gonna go ahead and load the pipe. This is the 10-foot length. I'm gonna see if I can just kind of lightly bend it and kind of get it through the door here. So I'll need to move this stuff out of the way. And then this job has kind of occurred in my brain. So let's see what we can do here. So I'm gonna set you up back over here, maybe, and then that should give you a chance to see what's going on. Set that out of the way. Now, here we go. Open the door. I try to keep this pipe as straight as possible. The PVC did flex okay, and I don't know if we're going to be able to run this quite the same way, but we'll try. So I'm going to go ahead and load that in there, and then I think as I pull it, I'll probably flex it a little bit. Now, since this is for air, I don't think the I don't think it's gonna hurt to be too bent. So here we go. So we'll try to feed it a little bit. So, I don't know. I don't work with this pipe a lot, but there we go. Sweet. So, all right, there we go. So I hit that corner over there, and then we're just gonna kind of keep it going. Now this pipe might have some debris in it, but there's filters. Oh, oof. All right, there we go. There we go. Still feeding it. Cool. All right, so what we got here is I was able to get that pipe all the way in. Now, what we got to do is see how bent up it is. It's kind of challenging to work in here, but so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. Ooh, that already went in there. Okay, so there we are. So now I got to just make myself a little area to move here. What I'm going to try to do is feed this into a point where I can get it through to the other side. I'm just gonna kind of move her around a little bit, bop her around, see what, maybe flex it, bend it, twist it, bop it. Oh my gosh, this is hard one-handed. Oh, come on, there we go. Okay, so there's that. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's going through. Now, let's see where we're at over here. I'm kind of fighting against the GoPro battery life a little bit. So, all right, there we go. Here we go. All right, now, there we go. Boom. All right, how about them apples, huh? Okay, so here we go. So now our copper pipe is run. That's where we want it. I am pretty content with that at that length. So now let's see where our end is, and then boom, right there. That's beautiful. All right, so there we go. So now what we got to do is that is pretty much the perfect length. So now my plan is to come out here. I have some of this bendy stuff. My thought is to go ahead and put kind of a bent piece right there where it's going to come out, interface with that, and go out the door. So let's go ahead and get the piece kind of pre-bent up so I have a rough idea of what we're going to do. And one really cool thing about the Propress that I like is that you can take pieces of pipe that are bent and you can swedge them onto pieces of pipe that aren't bent. The main thing is that the end has to be really straight. And so with this, I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and lay it right there and get that a little bit straighter. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's see how that feels. Now, I don't know. There might be some reasons why this is a bad idea, but I don't know. Doesn't seem like too bad of an idea to me. The other thing about this is that I'll leave myself a little bit of margin here. So I'm gonna basically get this piece to here, roughly here in the middle, and then I'll probably do another straight piece here, and then I'll swedge on another turn over here. So that's how that'll work. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my tape measure that I have here and measure how long of a piece I want. I'm just gonna see what we got there. All right, there we go. Now, it looks like we want to have about a 3 foot length. All right. All right, good. So that's going to be 3 feet. 3 feet there, right? 3 feet. And then that should be 2 feet. And that takes me right to where I want to be. All right, here we go. So now we're going to go ahead and get our 3 foot length here of pipe. So I'll bemoan the fact I don't have a Sharpie. That's okay. So I'm going to measure off my 3 feet, which is right there, and then mark it somehow. All right, so let's mark it with my knife. 3 feet. Okay. All right, sweet. So I got 3 feet. I went ahead and I marked it right there with my knife. And then here, I've got one of my little pipe cutter doodads right here. Man, it feels good out right now. It's like, I think it's teasing to be 60 degrees today. So here we go, cutting that. Oh, come on, baby. There we go. So there we go. There's our 3 foot length that we're going to use for our piece there. I'm going to leave the rest of this out here. We'll come back to him later. And then I think we're about ready for our first Pro Press. So there we go. So we'll go ahead and slide that humdinger. We'll slide that in there. Okay, and there we go. So we're going to be right about where we want to be with that. We are. Now, the cool thing about the Pro Press. All right, the cool thing about the Pro Press is that it's a little battery operated guy. It's very compact, and this is a nice tool. It's got a trigger. You pull the trigger and then it compresses. All right, you pull the trigger till it stops and then it just automatically releases. And that's it. Too easy. Battery operated. I don't think I've wore the battery out yet on it. So here we go. So now I have a little bit of Pro Press kit here. Pro Press kit is going to have all these little humdingers. Specifically these guys. These are nice because they have like little tits in the middle that keep everything from overextending. So I'm going to take this Pro Press and I'm going to just stick it. All right, let's see here. Not enough light in there. You guys can see what's going on. I'm literally going to slide that on there. Okay, just like so. And then I'm going to shove that. All right, Jason, nice meeting you. Good meeting you guys too. Yep. Take care. All right, we'll be in touch. All right, so here we go. Then I'm going to just pull this trigger here. All right. Till it stops moving. Then pop that. Keep off. All right. So now that is, that's it. Now it does kind of, when you do the end of it, it turns into like a little bit of a octagon or hexagon, some kind of gon. And then I'm going to slide that right in there until it stops, which let's see here, make sure that's stopped. Okay, so that's in there all the way. Then I'm going to do the same thing, hit that, boom, and then all right, just like so. All right, so that guy's done. And then, all right, so those Pro Presses are in there. So that's now one as good as one piece of pipe. All right. So now, now we're to the point where I'm gonna figure out how long of a piece to make from there to there. I got some scrap pieces here. I don't think they're gonna be quite long enough, so I'll probably go ahead and I'll probably mock this up a little bit with. Now see, what I could do is I could just go ahead and go like, well, I don't know. Shoot, let's see what that is. All right, is that, hang on. All right, I'm gonna see if I can slide that guy on this one first. It's a little bit unwieldy because it's bent. I'm trying to figure out, is that, where are we gonna stop at? We're gonna stop it there. So I'm gonna put my thumb there. See if we can get back there. Yep. Okay, so we're there. Now, maybe what I can do is go ahead and maybe I'll hit that one with the Propress right there, just to kind of let it keep its position. So let's see where we're at there. Make sure that's all good. Now it's nice is this thing, once it clamps on, like it ain't going anywhere. So here we go. Okay. Yep. Good. All right, so that one's on there, which means that I can slide that on there. And as long as that stays on, I kind of have a good idea where it's going to be. Now I'm going to let this kind of come to rest low. And just like that. Now, I might try to maybe bend it down a little bit, just to kind of get it down a little bit, and we'll see. See what we got. Oh yeah, good. That bent down, bend, and maybe do another light bend in it. All right. Sorry for that. All right, there we go. So here, I put 2 little bends in it. Let's see how I did. Yep. Cool. Now this air is to power dental instruments, which basically what that means is we need 80 pounds of air from the compressor. So it's important, but it's also not very picky. So there we go. So that's gonna be good enough right there. And so there we are. So I'm gonna probably go ahead and probably cut it right about there. So I'll get the cutter out again. And so we'll go ahead and do that, and then do a little cut. Okay. And if we cut that, then we can go ahead and make a measurement. Okay, just like that. Beautiful. I'll go ahead and stick on with our little pattern of no, that's awesome. Okay, so there might be a little bit of bend in that. I don't know if there's or not. So let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's all the way up there. I'm inspecting it, and I can kind of see that it's good. It's all the way up in there. All right, it's all the way up in there. We're down to 10%. So I think what I might do is I'm gonna make one more swedge here, and then I'm gonna go and turn this off. I'm gonna do the rest of it, and I'll go ahead and work with you guys. We'll check it out once we're leak testing everything. I'll show you what else I did. All right, so here we go. We're gonna do one more. Again, making sure it's all the way in there. It is. Gonna hit that. Boom, just like that. Okay, again, it's good, swedged in there, nice. All right, sweet guys, we'll see you here in a minute. All right, guys, 4 hours later. Oh man, what do I get myself into? All right, 4 hours later, this is what I got to show for it. I was able to go ahead and tee in here to the line like I thought I would. I gave myself a shut-off valve right here that's going to basically allow me to control air to the new side that I made. I did kind of go a little cattywampus here. It basically goes to the side, but the purpose of that is to orient it over. I have all this crap I've been dealing with here. It's basically just leaky, watery, gross mess. So I'm just trying to minimize how much crap I'm dealing with. I decided to just kick it off to the side and then come over and then basically meet this pipe right here, which is the suction. I did go ahead and just took this amalgam separator to add this new side in. I went ahead and just decided to add in another T here. This will come out, this whole thing will spin out, and then the amalgam separator, the quick connect, will still work. You can still recycle this thing with the plugs, and you can basically move the, move the stuff over from the new one. And I just identified this as no go. So hopefully that makes sense. This part right here will come out. That'll allow the whole thing to turn around. The suction is going down here, as is the air. It comes over here. I don't know. I decided to kind of just try to make the use out of some of this curved pipe that I have. That is one nice thing about this Propress, is that if you you can use coiled as well as straight. So you can basically go straight, coiled, straight, and then I did a coiled and a straight, and then it goes through the under there. That's the other joint that we made in the beginning. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just do these last two, which is gonna tie two sides together. I've never actually been properly trained on this, but I feel like there's so much of my job where you figure out as you go. So again, Propress, here we go. Everything is good. I decided to do a splice in the middle because that would allow me to just bring everything together as opposed to trying to connect it on the ends. So here we go. All right, there we go. There's that one. And then right here. All right, that's together there. One area I did have the most trouble was with that swedge right there. What I did was I should have swedged on the little piece right here prior to doing those two. I did just remove the piece out of the middle, basically the width of where that one went. I removed that piece, and then that allowed that to go in there. I should have swedged in this piece right here, and then that one, and then that one. So I should have gone 1, 2, 3 instead of 1, 2, 3, because that was a pain in the butt. I finally got it though. And then these fittings are 1/2 inch Propress to 1/2 inch thread, and so that's how I got this ball valve in there. Those pieces are a little bit unique. And then from here, everything's just going out. So now that I have everything together, we're gonna go ahead and do a leak check on it. Now, the leak check, I'm just gonna add air. All right. Now, that valve is open. So over here is where the business end of all that is. So right here are my gauges, air and water. So my master is right here. The only thing that this is servicing is this. So master's right over here. So I'll turn that on. Actually, no. What I got to do first, the master is on. Just got to open this valve up. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. So now we got water pressure, which is our bottle pressure feed, which is 40. We got our room pressures 80. So from the compressor to there, we have it, which is good. That tells me that I connected what I needed to. Here on the air water syringe, We got air, and we got a little bit of water shooting out from the bottle. That's good. Also got my vacuum hooked up. So this room had nothing in it, and in order to accomplish this, again, to add dentistry to this room, we went ahead and just ran the air and the water along the side of the room, the building. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that if you're ever trying to add another room on, like here they added this room, but all the other rooms are all that way. So the vacuum and air are going that direction, and in order to get over here, the customer, when I first came in here on like day one, they were going to actually saw cut the floor from here over through here and then to here to give themselves vacuum and compressor. And so what we did was instead, now hopefully not too critical of this, but basically what we did was we just went ahead and went around. Now they just need to build some sort of a little protector for that. But we go underneath the door jamb because there's, you know, a few inches there. Around here, through the cabinets, through there, and over to there. And I think this is going to be a really good solution. Now, one thing we're going to do is I'm going to turn off the vacuum because I was testing the vacuum. All right. And I don't hear any air hissing, which is good. So basically on the Propress, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 Propresses. And this guy right here from Ridgid is good. It comes ready to do pretty much all this kind of stuff. You can get things like this, right? You can do little T's in there, do little unions in there. Has a little O-ring in there, and then also you can even go. One cool thing is this one here is magic because you can actually go from a 3/4, which we've had to do before for suction systems. This one will actually do 3/4 down to 1/2 inch, so you can actually change pipe sizes with this sucker, and they're, you know, a little bit expensive, but they do a pretty good job of sealing. And the main thing is you just have to make sure it's all smashed in there. But if I don't know if you can see in there, but there's like some little indents where it actually like kind of grabs in, where it nipples it. And then here in the Propress kit, there's this other die. This die is for 3/4. I don't know if they make them for others. I mean, I see more slots. So maybe that's for like 1 inch or larger sizes. But this kit right here is good. The battery lasts a long time. And I would definitely recommend this tool for anybody serious about helping dental offices plumb airlines in. Again, this is it's a little bit of a tougher job, but it is, in my opinion, worth it. The equipment's definitely paid for itself. And there's a real payment to the customer by you being able to install equipment and actually plumb it in yourself. Because if you can handle basic PVC plumbing, and you can also, if your state allows that, some states don't allow for this, even though it's a negative pressure. Like for the vacuum, the worst that can happen is it leaks. You know, it sucks. But what I was talking about earlier with this was when we go to change the amalgam separator, all we got to do is pull this off, and then this whole thing will spin off just like so. So that's why I purposefully didn't glue that. Tech West, when they sell equipment, they typically have one that says like no glue. So hopefully there's no real tradesman watching this. I know this is ugly, but honestly, I know the customer's going to be happy. They have a case going on over here in this room. This is a brand new room. They needed it to run by next week on Tuesday, and it will. So All right, guys, it's Jason from the Dental Equipment Repair channel, and thanks so much for tuning in and for just spending this little bit of time with me. Hopefully this was useful to you, and that maybe this might at least inform you about some of the technology that exists to help us serve our clients. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you later.